Hello, I am teacher Diana Webala. Last time we did study about poetics persona, and for today's lesson, we are going to look at themes in poetry. It's your teacher here, Diana Webala. Now, our lesson objectives today, we are going to learn how to define themes in poetry. Then we are going to differentiate themes from the main idea or the subject matter of the poem. Now, what comes to our mind when we talk about the main idea in a poem? This is what comes to mind. When somebody asks you, what is the poem about? Then that means that you're being asked to tell us the main idea of the poem. So it can be, maybe the poem is about love, maybe the poem is about death, or maybe the poem can be about nature. What about theme? Theme here pinpoints what the main idea is being discussed about in a particular poem. For example, instead of saying the theme of love, we're supposed to say maybe love is a beautiful thing or death hurts sometimes. So how do we go about in identification of that theme? And this is what you do. You ask yourself these two questions. Number one, what was the poem about? Meaning, you come up with the main idea. For example, love. Number two, what was the message or lesson learned from the poem? For example, love. Love is a beautiful thing. Now, get the difference. The poem is about love, main idea. But love is a beautiful thing. That is now our theme. Then, pinpointing the theme. So it's not enough to just say love, caring, or death. Love, what is the theme? It can be love is beautiful, love is destructive, or death. What about death? Death can be free, for example. So let's look at this poem, Love, about love, and we can try to figure out how to not identify theme following the steps that I've just discussed. Love is a right plum, taste it once, and the spell of its enchantment will never let you be. So questions. What is the poem about? Obviously, the poem is about love. Then, what was the lesson? Now we are looking at theme. We want to pinpoint the idea of love. What was the lesson? So we can say that love is irresistible. From what has been discussed in the poem, they are told when you taste it once, you are spellbound. You are put under some form of a spell. Or love is bewitching, and that is where the idea of the spell is coming from. And that is how you identify the theme. So in a nutshell, this is what we've learned about identification of theme. Themes are messages or lessons derived from the main idea of the poem. Back to our poem, main idea, love, but the theme derived from that main idea, love is irresistible, love is the enchantment. Number two, to identify themes, ask about the subject and the lesson or the meaning behind it. I hope really that you have enjoyed this particular lesson, and I want to thank you for your patience. And don't just leave the classroom like that. I have roses for you. Please do pick a rose for each one of you as you leave. Ciao. See you.